Today's challenge is to raise the frame. Now, we've cut the frame a mile from here at Great Hopes Plantation. We've fit these walls together. We're setting the ceiling joists and then get out here and put the rafters up.
All right, lift.
Overall, I'm very pleased with the way it came together. Now, in terms of my crew, you know, part of their apprenticeship and part of their development as journeymen is the construction of these buildings. So projects like this help our trade develop.
Colonial Williamsburg is going to be unique because we're going to have the only operating 18th century tinsmith shop that's going to be authentic from top to bottom. So instead of using some of the early 19th century technological developments, tin manufacturing and shaping machines is the correct term actually, we're going to be doing everything by hand. So we're using just period technology. None of the other tinsmiths across the country do things by hand like this.
The story we want to tell at the Armoury really relates to equipping an army and keeping them in the field. We began to realize with research that this site had a much bigger story to tell, and that the Armoury was more than just a building, it was a whole complex.
What I think was most exciting for us as archaeologists as we began to think that perhaps we had found the tin shop, there were little snips of tinned iron, which was what for us sealed the deal that this was where tin was being manufactured. So for us, it set the period of time and it set the function of the building.
Well, we've been looking at this site very heavily for the last 2 years. The kind of research we've done has been anything and everything from looking at 17th century Dutch paintings, which very often show tinware, to going through archaeological material recovered both at Colonial Williamsburg and other Revolutionary War sites up and down the East Coast. And we've even taken it so far as to take tinsmithing classes, because if you're going to reproduce and interpret and exhibit 18th century tin working tools, you need to know how they're used.
When we're done in the springtime and we're ready to start furnishing it and bringing in tinsmiths, you know, we'll have a site, you know, heated only by a fireplace, illuminated only by daylight. I think it's really going to speak to the environment that these workmen shared in.
To have this site to become one of the premier sites within the historic area, again, to develop it from a small country blacksmith shop sort of interpretation to really talking about industrial development. There's some interesting stories about the people that worked here in the site, and we'll be able to flesh out that story of the citizen workmen who are supporting this Revolutionary War effort and helping to convey that it's not only the ideals of the revolution, but the people that are manufacturing the goods, the people that are fending off the British, that really bring the ideals of the revolution to life.